ahead and go over these. The first one, number 1. We have 5 to the x equals 10. And you can log of both sides. So then we end up with log of 5x, 5 to the x equals log of 10. And again, that lets us grab this x and put it in front. So then we'll have x times log 5 equals log 10. And you found what was log 5?
0.6989.
6989. And log 10 was 1, right?
Yeah.
1.
Yeah. So then you divide both sides by 6989 and you get 1 point, help me out, 3, 2,
I got 431.
431.
431. Good. And then the next one is a little bit harder. You have 4 to the 3x equals 20. So then we're going to do 3x log 4 equals log 20. So what you can just put them into, you can combine them into one step if you like. What's log 4?
602.
602. And log 20 was 1.4,
1.301.
1.301. Yeah, David?
For 1, I got 1.4308.
That's fine. That rounds to 3.1. If you round it, you get the same thing. So then we're going to divide both sides by 0.602. And we'll get 3x equals, is that how people did it?
Yeah.
Would you get the next step? There,
3x equals 2.161.
161. And you divide both sides by 3. So then you end up with x equals 0.72.
20. Yeah, 2.
Yeah. Okay, great. And then number 4. First you got to divide both sides by 6. So you'll end up getting divide by 6, divide by 6. And you end up getting 3 to the 4x equals 5. And then you do the log of both sides. So you end up with 4x times log of 3 equals log of 5. 4x log of 3, have we done that yet? Yeah. 0.477. We haven't done log of 5 yet. What's log of 5? Oh yeah, we did. 0.6989. And then 4x equals, what'd you get? 4x equals
1.465.
465. And then x equals 0.36.
66.
36. 366. 35. Okay, 366 is good. All right, perfect. When the base is 10, it's even easier. Because here's a neat thing. This is a nifty trick which will help you out a lot in your homework. If I see I have 10 to the x, everyone see that up there? Equals 7. 10 to the x, if I take log, regular log, that's log base 10. Remember we use that nifty property how log base b of b to the r is just r. So in other words, log 10 of 10 to the x is just x. Or natural log of e to the x is just x. So these guys, log base 10 raising to the 10th power, they kind of cancel each other out, and you're left with just whatever you have for the exponent. Same thing here. These kind of cancel each other out, and you're left with just what you have for the exponent. So here, if I take the log of both sides, the regular log of both sides, the log base 10 of 10 to the x is just x. So log of both sides. This part goes away, I just left with x equals log of that side, log of 7. So you need to find log of 7, 8.845. You can do the same thing with e. 300 e to the x. First, get rid of the 300. Everyone with me? Get rid of the 300 first. And then I have e to the x equals 30. I take the natural log of both sides. Natural log of e to the x is just x. So here I'll have just x. Here I'll have natural log of 30. So x is just natural log of 30. Here I'll put it in here. X equals natural log of 30. So now I'll do is figure out what the natural log of 30 is. It's in your sheet. Natural log of 30 is x equals 401. Good? All right, so do these practice ones. You should rip through these. It should take you literally 2 minutes to do those. I'll give you folks 2 minutes to do those ones, and then we'll go over the next part. All right, maybe 4 minutes. I'll give you 1 minute each. Okay, so number 1, since the base is 10, you're going to take the log of both sides. And then again, log 10 of 7 to the exponent is just x. So we'll end up with x equals log of 40, which is 1.602. The second one over here, it's e to the 3x. So because we're using e is my base, we're going to take the natural log of both sides. So 3x times natural log of e equals natural log of 8. So all I did was, when you take the natural log, you can take that 3x and move it in front. And again, natural log of e is just 1. So that goes away. We'll have 3x equals natural log of 8 is 2.079. Divide both sides by 3, you get x equals 6.93. The third one, this is actually the third one, my bad, is 50 times e to the x equals 100. Get the e by itself, divide both sides by 50. So e to the x equals 2. Because it's e, we're going to take the natural log of both sides. So natural log of e to the x, which is just x, equals natural log of 2, which is 0.693. And the last one, divide both sides by 8 to get the exponent by itself. So I'll have 10 to the 3x equals 9. Take the log of both sides, because my base is 10. So then I'll have 3x times log of 10 equals log of 9. And again, log of 10 is just 1. This is log base 10. Right? And then I'll have 3x equals log of 9 is 0.954. Divide both sides by 3, and you get 0.318. Everyone feeling good with these? Ready to do homeworks? All set to do homeworks on these? Because you have a bunch of homeworks on these due on Friday. Good very good practice for the homework. And then we have, oh, yes. So these are the ones that are important. So the other thing we can do with these is doing that full-fledged solving, which we talked about before. Which these are bases that are not 10, so they require a little more work. So for example, I have log base 3 of x equals 4. So here, I'm going to, all right. So this is a log. This is kind of the opposite. It's actually easier. This is a log. So that's pretty easy because what's my base? What's my base? 3. Everyone on board with that one? What's my answer? The answer is x. Does everyone see that? So remember, this is my base. That's what I call my answer. And then what's this? my
Exponent?
exponent. All right, so you got to make sure you have those pieces down. Base, exponent, answer. Good? Make sure you really understand that and have that in your notes so you get that. So you should be using your notes to figure this out. So here, this one up there, what's my base? What's my base? 3. What's my answer? X. What's my exponent? 4. Is everybody with me on this part? So rewrite that as an exponential. I wouldn't do that. Rewrite it right now as an exponential. My base is 3. What's my answer? X. What's my exponent? 4. So we can solve that. We know that. All you gotta do is find 3 to the 4th. What's 3 to the 4th? Pull out your calculator, find it.
81.
81. X is 81. That one's easy to do that way. This one, oh, this one you could do that way too. What's the base on this one? What's the base on this one?
4.
The top one. What's the base on the top one? 5.
5.
Everyone see that?
Yeah.
What's my exponent?
-2.
2. What's the answer?
X.
Great. This one, what's my base?
10.
10. What's my exponent?
10.
What's my exponent?
2.
2. What's the answer?
4.
4x.
How would you know?
Base is 10.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't tell if it's there or not
When
there.
it's empty.
Anytime it's, yeah, say it again.
When it's like, when there's no base, it's 10.
I understand that, but I mean, you can't tell that there's no
Just because
base, or at least I
1 plus 10
can't, because I.
equals 1.
Look on your sheet. Can you tell on your paper?
No, I mean, I can see it. but-
It's not, there's nothing small here. This is
Oh.
this is not ever the base. The
Oh.
big stuff here is never the base.
Oh, okay.
It's the subscript, always, that's the base.
Oh, this is- okay.
Always.
Oh, so if there's no subscript, that means it's 10.
If there's no subscript, it's 10. What's my base here?
10.
On number 4, what's my base on number 4? Nope. Natural log, what's the base for natural log? It's a letter.
E.
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 Yeah. So it's e to the 4th. So I'll do that one with you since we won't do that one on your homework and you won't have that one in your exam. We'll do it here. I'll do this one. So here my base is e. My exponent is 4. My answer is x. So I'm going to pull out my calculator. I'm going to do e, which is that little weird thing here to the 4th. And I'll get 54.6 equals x. You folks won't have to do that one, but do 1, 2, and 3. So this is converting from natural log, from a log to an exponent. Right? Figure out what your base is, write it down, figure out what your exponent is, write it in, and then put equals your answer. Just rewrite them.
How'd you plug in 4?
That's that 4 is the exponent. Base, exponent, answer. Base, exponent, answer.
Oh, this-
So don't use your calculator yet. Just rewrite them. Just rewrite these. We've been doing all last class. We were rewriting logs as exponents and back and forth, right? Rewrite all these as exponents. Everyone do that right now. Rewrite them as exponents. Rewrite this as an exponent. What's my base? Yeah, write it out. What's the base? What's the exponent? What's the exponent? Nope.
There's no little one, so there's this.
What's the exponent?
That's 2,
Right?
4,
This is the base. That's the exponent. That's the answer.
Exponent is 2.
Base, exponent, answer.
9.
Base,
There's a little
exponent.
log here, so-
No.
No? Oh, yeah, yeah.
No.
Okay, I like to do it.
Exponent.
On this
I
one,
is the base.
Yeah, yeah,
To the
just like
exponent
about a
equals the
different
answer.
things. To raise it to something, is the raising stuff, and
No.
plus 4.
That's not your exponent. That's the answer, that's the equals. This is
oh,
the, this
I
is
just,
the, that's
all
the
they gotta do is hit that.
You
Answer four?
need the E first, though.
equals.
Oh, I do this.
Your
Oh,
answer
what?
is the answer.
Yeah, you gotta do second. Cause we were doing ones on the thing where I go like this.
I think it already automatically raises.
Okay, so everybody should have these rewritten?
The 4.
If you've rewritten them, this is what you should have.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were doing on the homework, doing that second.
Shania, for number 1, what's my base?
5.
5. Fox, what's my exponent?
-2.
David, what's my answer?
X.
Great. For the second one, Ryan, what's my base?
X.
We should have, Deja, what's my exponent?
2.
Callie, what's my answer?
9.
Great. And the last one, Gabe, what's my base?
Base on number 3 is 10.
Yep, because it's up and written, it's 10. Natalia, what's my exponent?
2.
Great. Eric, have a called on you? What's my answer?
Oh, the 4x.
Yep, the 4x. Good. So now, let's see if we can solve these. Can I find 5 to the negative 2?
Yeah.
Yes, find 5 to the negative 2. I want to find 5 to the negative 2. You might end up with it as a decimal.
Yeah.
I end up with a fraction, 1 over 25. But you could also end up with a decimal, which would be 0.04
Yeah.
equals x. That's fine. Great. How about x? Can I solve this one to the second, to number 2? X to the second is 9. If x to the second is 9, what's x? 3. Remember, my bases always have to be positive. We can't have a negative. That's the thing about the logs. So we know it's not negative 3 or positive, it's only positive. So x is
Oh, 3. Oh, well, we just put it in.
x is 3, right? Because we know that if x what squared is 9? 3. How about the last one? 10 to the second. What's 10 to the second?
100.
100 equals 4x. Can I solve that?
Divide by 4.
Divide by 4. What do you get?
25.
25. X is 25. Good. So you're gonna have a bunch of these on the exam. You'll have a bunch of things like you'll have some like this, like that, like that. You'll have some that are like the previous page. This one here, we are going to all right, and you have a bunch that are like this one, where you have to solve. You have to do the kind of the pieces. Right, so you'll have a bunch like this as well. Now, did I give you a homework like this? I don't think I did. No. I do expect you, I do expect you to do this one. Okay, so, yeah, 1 and 2, we'll do problems like 1 and 2, because those, I think, are things that I might expect you to do. So number 1, we'll do this one together. Population in Nevada is growing. It was 2 million and it's growing, I'm not going to give you that one like that. Forget that. I might give you one like number 2.
Cross out 1.
Yeah, cross that one. Cross out 1 and cross out 3. Okay. 2 is more like the problem I might give you. All right, so suppose $1,500 is deposited into an interest-bearing account with an annual rate of 3.25%. interest is compounded annually. Write an exponential model, so this might be similar to a homework you might get due tonight, that represents the value of the account at time t, where t is in years. All right, so this is a exponential problem, because it says write an exponential model. That's how I know it's an exponential problem. If I say write a linear model, then that would be a linear problem. This one's exponential. Again, how do I know it's exponential?
Says exponential.
It says exponential. So everybody on board with that part? I have to tell you that part. I have to tell you it's an exponential model. Okay, it's required of me. Otherwise it could be, like I said, it could be linear otherwise. All right, so then I need to know some things. What's the $1,500?
It's the initial amount.
That's my initial amount. Everybody on board with that part? That's what I start with.
That's a C, right?
That's my C, exactly. So let's review. Once I say exponential model, you're looking for y equals what? What's my exponential model? What's my exponential?
CAB.
Yep, C times a to the x.
Oh, A to the X, yeah.
Everybody remember that part? Okay. So my initial amount is C. Now I need to figure out what A is. What's A? What do we think of as A? A's are what?
The 3.75%.
Kind of.
100% plus.
Right. A is my growth factor.
Growth factor.
So this is my growth rate. So that means that A is equal to 100% plus 3.25%. Is everyone kind of on board with that? So that means that A is
103.25.
103.25, which at percent, which as a decimal is what? Change it to decimal. Yep, 1.0325. So my exponential model is going to be y equals, what's my C again? 1,500 times A, what's my A again?
1.0325.
To the x.
To the X.
Good?
So,
Or they want t, they want time. But you can use x if you want. I'm okay with that. Would you rather I use t instead of x? Does that make sense? Okay.
yeah. On the homework, they force you to put in the T. It's wrong.
Yeah, okay, so we'll write t so that they don't freak out in the homework. That's fine. All right, so then b, if I interpret f of 10, so f of 10, what does that mean? Where am I going to put in,
With the T.
Plug in 10 for T.
yeah, plug in 10 for t? Okay, everybody find that? When you found it, check with your neighbor, make sure they have the same thing. Again, work from the inside out. So you're going to start from the most inside the parentheses, 1.0325 to the 10th, and then take that answer and multiply it by 1,500. From the inside out. Okay, what did everybody get? 2065.34.
34. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, what does that mean? So what does this mean? Everybody write down what you think it means. What are the two things that are changing in this problem? The first one's T. What's T stand for? Time. Okay, what's the other one? Money. So that means that F of 10 means what?
10 years?
Yep, after 10 years. What? You have how much?
We'll have 2,065 at $34.
Mm-hmm. Great. It's important that you know how to do that. Do not, if I say, interpret that result, that's what I want. I want you to write it down in words. Especially if you say interpret it in words or something like that. That means you got to give me this part. Does everyone understand? When I say interpret in words, this is what I mean. Everybody clear on this part? Okay. Good. C. How long will it take for the value of the account to double? Okay, so double means how much is it?
2 years.
No, double means how much? If I have $10 and it doubles, how much do I have?
20.
20. If I start with $1,500 and it doubles, how much will I have?
3,000.
3,000. So that is where our logs come in. I want to know 3,000, that's how much money I want, equals, so now I'm giving it my y. My answer, my amount is 3,000 times 1,500 times 1.0325 to the t. I want to know what t is. And that's why, again, we care about these logs, because all the times we want to know how long will it take for my money to blank. In this case, double. How do we solve that? Does everyone understand how I got this, how I got this part here? It's the same formula, only I plugged in as A, only I want my Y, my amount of money, to be 3,000. Double. Okay, so first I need to get this by itself. So I need to divide both sides by 1,500. Everybody on board? So that, not surprisingly, becomes 2 equals, because right, doubling equals 1.0325 to the t. Now I got to figure out, I got to get that t, it's in the exponent. I don't know how to solve for that. But what can I do instead? What can I do now then? Log of both sides, exactly. So we're going to take the log of both sides. I want to take the log of both sides. And solve. Tell me what you get for t. Are you okay if I do this in one fell swoop, move the t down at the same time? Find them.
Well, you move the T to the front, I understand.
Yeah, move the t to the front, because when you take the log of something to the t, you can move the t to the front instead. Then it will, is there?
I need to divide this out.
And try to remember at least 3 sig figs. Not 3 decimals, 3 sig figs. Right, so ignore those zeros in front. Make sure you get 3 sig figs.